box, when we ended the stream a second ago. I need about 20 of y'all back in the chat box right now. It was only a minor delay for a major comeback because we finna go crazy on this show. We talk about the Raggedy Giants, man. We're gonna talk about how the Dallas Cowboys can beat the Raggedy Giants, and we all in for that, man. So spin back gang, I need y'all to come back in so we can we can hold court and have a sit down and discuss what's going on and how the Dallas Cowboys can come back the New York Giants and walk out with a big old W in week 1, man.
Where them SBGs at, man? Where the SBGs at?
Yeah, where's spin back gang at, man? Where's spin back gang at, man? Kelvin Hicks said trap.
Yes, sir.
Trap.
Spin back gang. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Hey, he said he spin back gang, man. He said he with
Let's get it. We gotta spin back, man. Y'all gotta show love, man. Let's get it.
Indeed.
We just trapping on a Friday, Richard Bear in the building. Shout out to everybody. Splendor Poppy burner account. Dak owns Philly, cause indeed he does. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and Replenish, Miss Patrice Langford. What's happening? Spin back gang in the building, man. Y'all hit that like a shelf for the squad. It will not charge a card. Do it charge that card over there on your end too?
It don't charge card over here.
Oh, it's free over there too. Oh, okay. I was just making sure, you know what I'm saying?
Indeed. What's up with your Etta Lockhart, Gina Chase, Michael Itree done came through. And hey, you did the right thing, Michael Itree. I see the 6 flames. So we practicing manifestation, man. So we're practicing manifestation. We're going to manifest that 6 championship. So if you drop emojis, man, I need 6 of them. Mm-hmm. I need 6 emojis. I need you to share the stuff 6 times. If you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan or a Giants fan or a Commanders fan, slap their ass 6 times. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you show love 6 times like Mr. Over with the 6 hearts. Salute to you.
Yes, sir. We need 6 slaps, 6 trophies, you understand? 6 shares, $6 supers and cash apps. We need all the 6s that we can get, man. We try and get these 6 rings. MJ vibes this morning.
Man, indeed, man. Charlotte Jones, I see you. Miss Patrice, 4 flats, I see you. Hey, salute to all y'all good people, man, that's sliding in and showing love to both platforms, man. And
hey, King G said, hold what you got is nefarious. That's so country, ain't it? Because, hey, I know that's country. I don't think they practice that in the northern states, bro. Hold what you got.
Hold what you got.
Let's get it.
If you don't know, now you know. What's up with you, Kevin Calloway? What's up with you, man? Hey, so, hey, I need everybody to hit that like and share for me, though, man. And, we're winding down on the raffles, man. This today and tomorrow is the last day that we can get raffle entries in. So if you want to win that Dallas Cowboy jacket or pullover, or if you want to increase your eyes, so you just want to show us some love, man. It's the first of the month, bills due. We starving artists over here. So if you want to see a little something to help us through, so a guy like Landlord don't kick us out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hit the Cash App. Stay right down here at the left hand of the screens. Hit the super chat. Hit the super stickers. Raffle entries $5. Right? Raffle entry $5. You can win yourself some dope stuff because you could be dripping when we go out here to these college games, these high school games. And speaking of college games, man, like that was horrible last night. That was
terrible. Good. We tried to get y'all a Cowboys college watch party, and Florida just disrespected the SEC. We want to trade them for what we said we were gonna trade the Florida Gators for.
I think you said like a sandwich. I think maybe a sloppy Joe. I think
I said a Gator sandwich.
Yeah, Gator.
Not a sandwich, a Gator sandwich, and and some red. My favorite flavor, Kool-Aid. Some red Kool-Aid.
Listen, red is a flavor.
Red is a flavor now. I don't want. Hey, that might be my nefarious hashtag. Red is a flavor. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to make no mistake about that.
Yeah, you didn't know red was a flavor. I don't know what to help you. Red and purple are flavors. If you didn't know that, you gotta step your palate up.
Yeah, you gotta get a little more nefarious this morning. You understand? But yeah, man, Florida just totally disrespected the SEC last night, letting the Utah Utes just dog walk them like that. They weren't even competitive.
Now, did we ever find out what a Ute was?
I have no idea what a Ute is. If anybody understands what a Ute is, somebody let us know. Fill us in.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think
it gotta have something to do with being like being in Utah or something like that.
Hey, shout out to the Lunatic for the $3 Cash App, man. Salute to you.
The Lunatic.
And that actually got you another raffle entry because my boy be sitting in installments. So this added up to another raffle entry. So salute to my brother the Lunatic for showing love and supporting.
Shout out to him on my end too, man. We appreciate you, Mr. Lunatic.
Indeed, man. Indeed. Hey, that's a real fan, man. Because hey, it's the first of the month. We know rent due, landlord. That's why landlord was late right now. He was making his rounds, man.
I gotta get it, man. I gotta get it. Hey, shout out to Charlie Jones with the $5 super. He says that Minnesota game was fire. See, we should have watched the Minnesota game.
We should have watched the Minnesota game.
But we trying to look at the SEC, Mr. Charlie.
I know, but hey, we are a team that always finds guys at smaller schools. He said, "Oh, it's a Native American tribe. I don't know if it's related." Okay, so that you never know because they are in Utah. They are in Utah. And Charlotte Jones, that also got you another raffle entry, man. So salute to you and Mr. Jones. If I'm not mistaken, that should be raffle entry number 11. So thank you for the love and support, my brother.
King G said trade him for a fried bologna sandwich. That's a bad trade right there, bro. Fried bologna is a delicacy, sir. You know what I'm saying? They need to come with more than that, King G. For a fried bologna.
Right. He said Ute means honor of American tribe. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, I did not know. So, see, y'all put me on game. Just like landlord, had to explain to me what a crimson tide was.
Yeah.
We still did not understand why they got a damn elephant. Well, we never understood that.
Nah.
But,
man, everybody down here got an elephant, man. I gotta go feed my pet elephant real quick. I'll be right back.
So, hey, man. So, the first order of business, we done welcomed everybody into the liquor store and the trap with open arms. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Everybody is comfortable and welcome. Now we can get to the first order of business. Make sure y'all got your liquor in your hand. Make sure you got your favorite, whatever you call it. I ain't gonna say nothing. Whatever you got from the trap, just make sure you got that close by. Yeah, we'll hold that down.
Isnay on the Isnay.
But hey, now that we all settled in, man, let's talk about these raggedy ass Giants.
I feel sorry for them. No, that's all I'm gonna say.
So you feel sorry for them?
We finna beat the stuffing out of them, bro. I think they are better. I ain't gonna act like they're not better. They're a better team than they was last year. We'll say that. But I think they finna lose, because I don't think they match up. Hold up, you talking about it in general, or are you talking about specific matchups right now?
We'll talk about it in general. We're finna get to the specific matchups right after you give your general statement, and then we'll go through the thesis.
Okay. For one, they have Daniel Jones on their team. He's still on the roster. He's still the starting quarterback. I know he made a few, a little noise last year, but I don't respect it. I think it was flukish. But every look, what they say, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. So
correct.
That was one of his times to be right last year. So okay, Daniel Jones is still there. We have a tremendous defense. With this defense, y'all, I know some fans be a little skeptical and stuff, but bro, you should say it with your chest with this defense. You shouldn't be afraid of no offense in football when you have a defense like we have. I want y'all to understand that. So I'm not worried about their offense at all. Now on the for our advantage, I feel like our offense, we have some top tier receivers who I don't think they can match up with. I don't think the corners they have can match up with our receivers. We look at what's the rookie name? Deontay Banks out of Maryland. Mm-hmm. Deontay Banks out of Maryland. Hey, this is gonna be his welcome to the NFL moment. He got to guard CeeDee Lamb or either Brandon Cooks, and all I see is bad news for him. All I hear is dun dun dun. Y'all know how I do my sound. That's all I hear. So he gonna have his welcome to the NFL moment. Dak is surgical against every defense in the NFC East for sure. So hey, we need to be ready for that, man. I think Dak is gonna be surgical. I don't think they secondary can hold up against our passing attack. And I think our run game can exploit those edges. I'm not too moved by they linebacking core. So, they have a strong interior defensive line with Dexter Lawrence and what's the other guy they got? Dexter Lawrence, and what's the other defense interior guy they got? They got another guy that's good.
They got Dexter Lawrence. They also went. They also went out and they got
what's the other guy?
I can't.
They got
remember.
2 good defensive tackles now.
I think they got like 3 good defensive tackles now. I gotta pull it up, but let me pull up what they did last year, right? Because this is gonna be week 1, and I'll also shout out to the original people, for the $5 cash app, man. They got you another raffle entry.
Shout out to the original people on my end too. We appreciate you, sir. But yeah, I don't think they can hold up on the outside. I think we can exploit the outside with Tony Pollard at running back. Right. So, yeah.
So, can you see this? Cause I got this pulled up on the screen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Leonard Williams. That's who it is. Yeah, that's who it is. My bad. I had a brain fart. It's a little earlier than I usually be on here now.
Hey, man. Hey, it's only a 30-minute difference, man.
The coffee I ain't got in my system yet, man.
Man, you don't even need that coffee. So peep this, man. Peep this. So this is what they did last year. And I bring up like, hey, you like it's a different year, different team. Listen, every move that a team makes in the offseason is to improve on what they lacked at the year prior, right? So if we look at what they did last year, you see the deficiencies that they had last year. You can sort of see, what they tried to do this year, and then you'll try to see what you still want to attack early. Because remember, there is no new film on the New York Giants. They have not played a snap. This is going to be week 1 for them and week 1 for us. So there is no new data to go against the New York Giants with outside of what you've seen them do last year. So I know that they added this person, that person, but they're going to have to I'm from the show me state. I know Arkansas not the show me state, but you're going to have to show me that you fixed those deficiencies. So let's look at what they did last year. Offensively, if you look at them last year, yards per game, they were below average, right? There's 32 teams in the NFL. They were 18th in total yards per game at 333.9 yards, right?
Yes, sir.
So they did not have a lot of yardage last year. The key reason they did not is if you look at the passing yards. Overall, they only threw for 3,157 yards as a team. This includes every pass from Daniel Jones. If they had trick plays, if the wide receiver running back through the ball, still only amounted to 3,157 yards. So that means 25 teams threw for more yards than them last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, and we like class participation. So I need y'all to put 25. But there are 25 folks that were better than them at what they was doing.
So hold on here. Wait a minute. So what in an offense, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me what aspect does a quarterback get credit for? Is it the passing yards or the running yards, or what they get the most credit for?
Well, passing yards and points. Is usually the calling card of a good quarterback.
And they they below average. They below the 500 on both of those, right?
Correct. Hey, shout out to Miss Regina Green for sliding in. Salute to you,
Miss Regina Green with the green. I was just trying to make sure, because those are 2 areas that you can point out specifically that the quarterback has a lot of, what can I say, persuasion on, influence on, right? Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. Passing yards, they are pedestrian. But I will admit, they don't have the strongest receiving core. Their receiving core is not strong with the K. It's not. But they got better. They got Waller over there right now, right? The tight end out of the Raiders, right?
Yeah, they got Waller. They brought in Paris Campbell, who was a guy that we looked at.
They drafted Hyatt.
They signed Cole Beasley, even though they took him down to the practice squad. You never know. They might call him up for the experience to get the Dallas Cowboys. You never know. They re-signed Darius Slayton. So while they don't have great wide receivers, they did add speed, right? Darius Slayton, a 4.3 guy. Paris Campbell's a 4.3 guy. Waller is pretty fast at the tight end position. I think he ran like a 4.4. So he like a glorified wide receiver at that spot. So they got faster. Then, of course, the game-breaking speed that boy Saquon Barkley has. I'm not sure what his 40 time is, but he fast as hell when he's in between the lines, ain't he?
Yes, sir. Hey, I was about to hook you up, the original people, but you on HTM channel. So if you could just slide on mine, boom, and then go back to his. I don't want to take you off of his channel. So I could have rent you up, but I can't do it if you ain't on my channel. So I got you. But yeah, man, I think they got better though. Just being honest. I know we I'm a joke, I'ma talk my trash, all of that stuff. I'ma do that. But the Giants did get better. They was on a mission. You could tell that they was pretty assertive this off season. They was making a lot of moves. So the Giants really want to get better. They know. I feel like I feel like they felt like they felt like they run was kind of, a little flukish. I feel like they do. I feel like they feel like they got a good draw with the Minnesota Vikings, and they knew that if they would have played any other team, they might have been in trouble. So I know they feel like they need to get better. So, and it looks like they've been on a mission to do that this offseason.
Yeah, so let's continue down because this is still abysmal. So they were 26 in total passing yards on the season, and not coincidentally, they were also 26 in passing yards per game. They only managed 185.7.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And then when you factor in that Daniel Jones only threw for 15 passing touchdowns, you can understand why, they were not a great overall offense.
Hey, wait a minute. Do you pull up Dak Prescott stats real quick? Because you hear people talking about Daniel Jones is better than Dak. I see this. I see people saying this stuff too, right? Mm-hmm. So I see people saying this. So look, let me know, has Dak ever threw for less than 15 touchdown passes?
The only year that happened
when he was hurt?
When he got hurt in 2020.
I mean, he had though. Because I think he had about 10 on there.
He had 9 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown.
Listen what I'm saying now. Dak was what, about 3-4 games in?
Yes, Dak Prescott was going crazy.
He was finna go left. That's why I brought that up, because I know even in his injury year, he got close to 15. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So these people is crazy. The 15 touchdowns, and that's his best year? When most people agree that was Daniel Jones' best year last year?
It was best year. That was his best year.
But you hear people saying this foolishness, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry. They got Dennis Houston too, the gold jacket. They got gold jacket Dennis too.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Dennis Houston would have made the team over Jalen Brooks based off the preseason.
Man, I like Dennis Houston, but I got him. Yeah. Now he the ops, so hey.
Hey, cause listen, Jalen Brooks no call, no show at the job interview.
Oh yeah.
But hey, shout out to the Dallas Cowboys superfan Eastside Hero for sliding in and showing love, man. I see you.
The GOAT Cowboys fan.
GOAT Cowboys fan, man. He been watching Dallas Cowboy football, since the 80s. So he a real one, man.
He got Dallas Cowboy tattoos and everything, man. We see y'all there, Eastside.
Hey, my boy said top of it from Sacktown bounce to slaps and Whiners fans. No, DeQuincy, we're actually looking at the New York Giants. So, we have to talk about position by position. So nobody cares about Daniel Jones. We just finna play the Giants. That's why it's up here. But thank you for coming in and trolling, Quincy.
He said y'all comparing that to Daniel Jones. Now, this is what other people do. Other people say these things. We just have to show them sometimes how stupid they are. That's all.
Of course. So only 185 passing yards per game. And listen, I will give credit where credit is due. Brian Daboll is a good offensive play caller. They were able to have a winning record and win a playoff game, because of his play calling. And for the folks who are not familiar with Brian Daboll, when people were looking at Josh Allen, when they were saying that he was him and they tried to say he was the second best quarterback in the league and that he was generational, he was his play caller. Right, he was the guy that was running the hell out of him. He was the guy, utilizing the play action. He was the guy that really went in there and turned Josh Allen up. Right, Josh Allen's best seasons came with Brian Daboll as the play caller. So you've seen a little bit of that here, with the play calling. Because listen, he did not really have any offensive weapons on the outside. That did not stop them from having one of the best rushing attacks in the National Football League, right? Because we know Saquon Barkley got busy. We know Daniel Jones on the ground had got busy with them boys, so they ended up rushing for 2,519 yards, and they averaged 148 yards on the ground per game. So while they were horrible trying to throw the ball, they were exceptional at running the ball. And what I say, one of the reasons why our matchups are usually close is because we usually have a below average run defense, and they usually have an above average rushing attack. So that's one of the factors that we do need to look at.
Smoke one. I don't think you had one on my channel. I ain't take no wrench from you.
Yeah. So that's one of the matchups. And listen, we have to see how will the big nickel hold up against their rushing attack, because a lot of times they're going to run out of the shotgun, so it's not going to predicate that we go to a heavy package. So listen, one of those key matchups I want to talk about. How do you feel Marquise Bell will fill in for Donovan Wilson?
I think he'll do well. He got better size, I don't know if he got the what can I say? I don't know if he hitting like Dono though. I like Dono hitting though. He gonna be a little intimidating back there, because they don't want to see 6 coming up though. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see 6 in their peripheral when they about to catch the football. Like they like, oh no, Dono will lay you out. So that's one of the things. That's one of the aspects I miss with Dono being out, is the intimidation factor. I'm telling you right now, wide receivers are not thrilled to catch the ball when they know Dono is teeing off on them. You seen what he did to the boy from the Vikings, Cook. He do that. He smack a lot of people though. Dono hit hard, bro. So that's one thing I say that I miss from him. But I think he got enough range. I think he got enough size. I don't know if he gonna be able to have the the awareness and the knowledge about it. But we'll see. I think he can fill in nicely. Maybe J-Ron could take him under his wing and, catch him up to speed and stuff like that. I think he'll be fine.
Hey, Smoke 140 just sent you a $10 super. He said, man, we about to run every damn team out the league and field every time they see us, man.
Facts. I feel the same way. I feel like we finna go crazy. And that's crazy when your offense is the question mark and we got a strong offense. You know what I'm saying? I think this offense catching hell just because the defense so great. That's what I think it is. What you think?
That's probably part of it. When you have you probably have the best defense in the National Football League, especially now that you're expected to be a much improved run defense. So you might not even have an Achilles heel this year. Mm-hmm. You might be able to stop the run, rush the passer, and be a good scoring defense all at the same damn time.
Yeah.
So it is,
and we got basically a go offensive mind, bro. Mike McCarthy is one of the best offensive minds in football, for sure. You got a Super Bowl winning play caller now. You went from an inexperienced guy who trying to show out, look my no hands play calling, to an experienced Super Bowl winning play caller. That's a big time upgrade. Ain't nobody thinking about that. They saying that Mike McCarthy went still and all that, bro. That's a big upgrade right there. You know how many teams are signing up for a Super Bowl winning play caller right now?
All of them.
You know how many teams are signing up for that? But they all just take the credit away from Mike and say it's Aaron Rodgers. And like he was just standing there with the Waffle House menu in his face and he wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? They make all them jokes, but Mike McCarthy has been a quarterback whisperer. We said that before. And he's been a winner, a proven winner time and time again. So I think people are asleep on this offense. I think we finna show everybody. Like, for real.
I agree with you. We have some more talking points, but let's take the time, have a quick little light break, man. Make sure y'all go to each platform and hit that like button, right? Because it don't cost you nothing. Make sure you go to each platform, hit that share button. Make sure you share it at least 6 times. We want more people in the trap, more people in the liquor store. It's first of the month, man. We trying to take orders. We know y'all got it. We trying to take orders in the liquor store, in the trap. And also make sure you slap the shit out of them Eagles fans, out them 49ers fans, and also make sure you hit them Cash App and Super Chats, man.
Yes, sir. We need that support, man. We need your support.
Indeed. So we talked, pretty much, about their ability to run the ball. Do you think that our run defense is going to be up to par this year?
Absolutely. I feel like with the addition of Mozzie, I think Mozzie and Hankins, they gonna team up. Hankins gonna help out Mozzie, and I think those two together, I think that'll be a pretty formidable run stopping defense. I think they'll use that package right there on early downs like first and second, and then you sub one of those two out. Maybe Osa will be involved too, right? Maybe you spare Hankins sometimes because he's a vet. You know what I'm saying? You might skip a few series with Hankins and have Mozzie and Osa, and then you might rotate both on. You might rotate both on. Dan Quinn's just creative, so it's no telling exactly how he gonna do this. But I feel like the best package you can have on a rundown would be Mozzie and Hankins. That's a lot of bulk in the middle right there. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I agree with you. I think it'll be situational, in accordance to who the defensive tackles would be. We know Osa is more of a pass rusher than a run stopper. We know Neville is more of a pass rusher than a run stopper. So there might be, like, if it's third and long, it'll probably be Neville and Osa on the field over Hankins or Mozzie.
True.
But like if it's they come out showing a run set, you might see Mozzie right beside Hankins. And one thing that people need to remember, the Dallas Cowboys were almost an entire yard better, against the run when Jonathan Hankins was on the field. Yeah. The number was like 0.8 something. So that's almost an entire yard. That's huge.
Yeah,
that's a huge difference. If a team was averaging 4 yards against you, they were averaging 3 something. If they were averaging 5, they were averaging 4 something. So Jonathan Hankins was definitely a difference maker in the run game for the Dallas Cowboys. In terms of his presence, and then you got another nasty dog you set beside him. That's a lot of bulk and a lot of space eating right there, man.
You got you a young gun that's ready to push some people around. You know what I'm saying? So I think Mozzie will show up too, man. Like he don't have to do much, y'all. We don't need him to be Aaron Donald right now. We just need him to be in the way, being disruptive. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. We need him to be disruptive. We need him to be pushing people around, not getting pushed around. And I think he can do that. That's all we need. And look, when I tell you, I think we sleeping on the fact that how Mozzie and Hankins will affect the pass rush too. It's gonna affect the pass rush tremendously. You know what I'm saying? If they can push the pocket, because look, you got Hankins and Mozzie right there, they can't double team either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Mozzie was dealing with double teams all preseason. He might get some one-on-one looks. This a rookie.
Oh, also, hey,
I seen that.
Yeah, make sure you get my boy
I'm gonna go follow him back.
Some love back, man.
He said he gonna hit the ugly cry. We don't want that.
Yeah, I don't want.
We don't want that ugly cry, man.
From my people. He said, "Use or a tribe of indigenous people, them KJs." Okay, that makes sense. The Quincy agrees, so that's very rare.
Wait a minute. Okay, we'll let him go. We'll let you ride. It's a Friday. The Quincy feeling good on a Friday. That's all that is.
Smoke one for you. Said, what gets me, how we as fans are silly worried about our team. I mean, just think, folks, we got better from what we had, better O-line, better skill player. Listen, I will say this about the O-line. It's panning out much better than I thought it would. Because I'm very happy with what I've seen from Richards and TJ Bass. But I was telling you about TJ Bass coming in, man. You gotta give me some love for that.
Well, you get your sauce for that, man. We appreciate you, Mr. Hen. You called him out. You said the little UDFA out of Oregon. That wasn't no easy win either. Cause some people be beating their chest for easy wins. They be like, I told you Brandon Cooks was gonna make the team. Some people be beating their chest for easy wins. So that was a good call right there, man. Good job.
Hey,
good job.
I'm like one of 2, 1 of 3, something like
that. Hey, look, we be wrong so much. You gotta beat your chest for your victories though. Cause everybody be wrong, bro. Everybody be wrong. But most people ain't gonna highlight their wrongs. Nobody but the angry people, your haters gonna be the one. Yeah, you was wrong on that. But they don't say that to Michael Gelkin and all these other people. You know what I'm saying? They don't say that to Mel Kiper. They leave them alone. They sleeping peaceful.
Exactly. Hey, what's up with you, Jose Banks? I salute you, man. Thank you for stopping by and showing love, my boy.
Shout out to you. So
Hey, listen.
our life is documented, bro. Every opinion, every take we have about the Cowboys, they gonna be able to go back and look at it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be wrong a lot. You gonna be right sometimes. That's just how it is, man.
All right, so we already talked about their passing attack was really non-existent. We talk about they lean heavily on the run, but we feel that we're able to handle that. So let's go take a look at their defense, right? Because we talked about how they were probably going to attack us. They're still going to probably, no matter what the wide receivers are, they're still going to run the ball, try to set up play action, and then take their shots, in that manner, right? So we know how they're going to try to attack us. So the question next is, how should we try to attack the New York Giants? When you take a look at their defense, it was average, very, very average. So yards per game, they gave us 358. 24 teams were better. 24 teams were better.
That's a lot of teams, if I ain't mistaken, right?
I mean, that's a lot. Listen, let me ask you a question. If you're at the DMV and you're 24th in line, or 25th in line, are you happy about that?
Nah, I'm not happy about that,
Hey, if you're the 25th person, that old girl, that brought home, do you feel special or are you scared? Do you need that? Do you think you need to pull out?
Are you using two condoms?
Yeah. So that's a bunch of that's a bunch of folks ahead.
A bunch of willing participants.
Indeed. All right, now passing was a little bit better. 14. They allowed 214 passing yards, but hey, in Dallas, with the guys we got, as well as we think we're going to run the ball. If you tell me that Dak Prescott is guaranteed at least 214 yard passing, I'm pretty sure he's going to turn that into a couple touchdowns and a high efficiency rate.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So 14. That means there were 13 guys better. In regards to passing into passing defense. Rushing defense, they was horrible.
Good and terrible.
27th in terms of rushing defense. What's up, DC for Life, Texas? I see you slide through the door, my boy.
Shout out to you, DC for Life.
I see what this say run the damn ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
So listen, I know they went out their way, right? They went out their way to try and get better at the defensive tackle position. They went and got that boy Roches from the Buccaneers. They went out there and they got Antoine Robinson from the Los Angeles Rams, who was a defensive tackle that we looked at before we drafted Monty Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So they went out their way to try and improve their deficiencies at stopping the run. Now, I'm like I said originally, though, I'm from the show me state. I know that you brought this person in. I know that you brought that person in. You actually got to go out there and show me still that you can stop the run. And he said, what is landlord cash out? Listen, we gonna stop everything. If people are trying to donate, his cash app is right there at the bottom of his screen. It's $ landlord 723.
Yes, sir.
So
appreciate any contributions you make towards the channel. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. So landlord cash app is $ landlord 723. HTMs is $Hennythemoor.
Hennythemoor. Shout out to Miss Regina for the plug. I appreciate you, man.
Indeed. I'm gonna go ahead and share it. If you need to see landlord cash app, there it is right there. $ landlord 723.
Absolutely.
And remember, rent is due, so you make sure you pay the landlord.
Hey,
hey, you like the day?
I know. Look. I know about that puppy you got yesterday. You ain't report that, so I let it go.
Hey, I see. He said, "Hey, these people like texted his cash app is."
Look. I ain't even put that dog deposit in the mail yet, so hey, I let you slide with the little puppy now. Go on, look out.
Hey, salute to the It's Too Easy for the $5 cash app, man. I appreciate you for the love and support. And my boy, they got you another raffle entry, man. Yes, so salute to you. And if you want an opportunity to win the Dallas Cowboy jacket or pullover, man, get your raffle entries in either today or tomorrow. because this your last opportunity. Because we
I
gonna draw.
forgot to. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you good. Yeah, we're gonna draw the winner on the 3rd, man. So
I forgot to
you
post a plug in Gabriel Vasquez. If you're listening, if you're watching, I need you to report to the principal's office. Hit my inbox. You want a t-shirt. Haven't seen you since, you know. So y'all kind of remind me, man, so I can get it done, because I be forgetting sometimes. But Gabriel Vasquez, please report to the principal's office so you can get your jersey. Your t-shirt. Shout out to Miss Lisa VIC. She said, love the roster moves. Thank you for the $5 super. Appreciate you.
Indeed. And hey, salute to King G for the $10 cash app. That got you 2 more raffle entries, my boy. So salute to you. Thank you for the love and support, man. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you, King G, man, for the $10 cash app on my side. And it's too easy with the $5 cash app. Appreciate y'all, man. Indeed, really appreciate you.
Indeed. Matter of fact, while I got it on my mind, let me go ahead and update their interest, man. Let me update their interest. You know, I like to do it when they send it, because I'm old.
That's smarter, because I be up here. I let the whole show build, and then I be going back doing it, and it becomes a task after that. But we always got the receipts, so it's good.
Yeah, we got the receipts, but as an old man, I like to update stuff, because I'm forgetful, man. Y'all sometimes y'all gotta charge it to my head and not my heart. I never have no ill intention. I be forgetting.
He ain't probably the youngest dude on this chat box to keep talking about how old he is. We don't want to hear that, man.
Once you
don't want to hear that.
Once you become a grandfather, you get extra 10 years at on top.
ASAP.
So technically with each grandchild, you get an extra 10 years. So I'm in my 70s now.
You ain't even have no glasses before the grandchild came. His sight just went down.
Hey, the moment they pop one out, man, my vision just disappeared. Like, what the hell? I was middle of the drive and I had to swerve.
I ain't doing no raffle right now. I probably do one later on this month. He said, what's the entry for? It's just to support the channel for upgrades, keeping the lights on and things of that nature. Mr. Splendid Papa. We appreciate you though.
Yes, so the only one that's running a raffle right now is your boy Henny, and even that one finna wrap up. Today and tomorrow the last day for the jacket raffle.
They said you ain't even had dreads before.
No. Hey, y'all remember Samson, man? Y'all know Samson. So he got stronger the longer his dreads got. I get a little weaker. I get a little old. They be breaking down.
Michael Autry with a super over there.
Let me show my boy Michael Autry some love. He said the trade situation, I can't see any way that he can get on the field unless Dak and Cooper Rush goes down, because I heard that interview with Jerry about using Lance this year. It's actually going to be dependent on more so on Trey Lance development. But listen, if he can jump Cooper Rush, I don't mind it. My issue
at all.
Yeah, my issue is I don't want to just throw him out there and he's not prepared to contribute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still want folks to earn stuff. Just because they spent a 4th round pick on you, right? I don't want you to just come in and take Cooper Rush's job unless you earn it. Because crazy as it sounds, Cooper Rush is completing a higher percent of his passes right now than Trey Lance is. Trey Lance only completed 48% of his passes last year. And I get it. He's a better athlete. But he just broke his leg. Like, he just had the Dak Prescott injury. Right? DC for Light Texas, yes, you do have at least one entry. I can go in here and take a look and see how many you got, but you have entries in this raffle. So you Gucci, my boy. You have an opportunity to win. Let me see. Michael Autry, and that was your 4th and 5th entry. So salute to you, Michael Autry. So
shout out to Mr. Michael Autry. That's the Mr. Volcano.
Yeah. And hey, salute to him. He won the Dallas Cowboy game tickets. He's gonna go see the Dallas Cowboys beat the shit out of the Eagles.
He gonna smack him around, huh?
Yeah, he get to see that live in person. That's fun too. Cause the game I went to was when we beat them boys by 20, and when Jalen Hurts brought his good little goofy ass to Dallas.
Yeah, Jerry different. Like I said, man, I ain't gonna sugarcoat that. Jerry is being nefarious slightly, But when you know that Dak Prescott is finna ball, it's gonna be ineffective. That's the only thing. It's not gonna matter. Dak always overcome every type of obstacle they throw at him. Dak be hitting the matrix on him, so it don't never affect him, man. It never affects Dak Prescott. The man is Teflon. That's why he's the quarterback of Dallas right now. You know, it takes a special kind of guy to be able to withstand all of this nonsense and buffoonery that comes with the territory of being the Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
Right. And listen, JB Valley, you said nothing wrong, my brother. You said games are not won on paper. You can't overlook the Giants. Dallas Cowboys aren't going to overlook anybody. Right. The Dallas Cowboys are never going to overlook, any opponent. Us as a fan base will overlook teams. But Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn are preparing, to face the Giants. And listen, they respect them. They respect them. They play them two times a year, right? They see them all the time. They know that they're a team that went to the playoffs and won a playoff game, so they're not going to overlook the Giants. But at the same token, though, if you go position by position and you look at their team that match up against our team, we probably win that matchup in most of the categories, right? If you look at the quarterback room, Dak Prescott is better than Daniel Jones. Cooper Rush is better than their backup. Trey Lance will probably still be better than their third quarterback, right? So we got a better quarterback room. We already went through the names of the wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup are better wide receiving weapons than than those other guys over there, right? Tight ends, they might got us on tight end because listen, Darren Waller is still hard. He's not the same player that he once was due to injury, but he has more experience and more of a resume than any of our tight ends, right? So and the boy that's backing him up was their starter last year, so they got a very good tight end room.
Yeah,
offensive line, we still have a better offensive line when you go top to bottom. Like they got a very good left tackle, but outside of them, there's nobody else on that offensive line that's decorated. Terrence Steele is a better right tackle than Neal. Zach Barton is better than their dude. Tyler Biadasz is actually a better center than the boy that they got, who's a raw rookie. Tyler Biadasz is a Pro Bowler, right? So you just go through the offensive line. We got the edge there. Pass rushers, we got the edge there. Defensive tackle, they got the edge. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it.
True.
But you go secondary, cornerback, and safety, we got them there. So
yeah, we killing them. They secondary is lackluster for sure.
Yeah, their best current defensive back is probably what's the boy name? Nah, used to play at USC. Adoree Jackson.
Yeah,
he's probably their best corner at this moment. But he ain't like you. Listen,
ain't good enough.
Yeah, he ain't better than Trayvon Diggs or Stephon Gilmore or anybody else. So listen, Deontay Banks might be good down the line. He finna get baptized. He finna get baptized by fire because we gonna light his ass up. At every opportunity. Kicker, yeah, they probably got a better kicker in Graham Gano. But we never look at special teams like that, dog.
That shouldn't win or lose you the game.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at that. So if it comes down to Graham Gano beating us, then dog, like we failed everywhere else. Exactly.
Miss Elder says 67 likes and 110 in the chat. That is just distasteful. You lucky I can't do the ugly cry right now, but y'all just play it in your head. They know how I look. You know how I look, and you know you're wrong. You're acting eaglish. Don't behave that way.
He said
we expect better.
Deontay Banks looks good, yeah. But does he look good enough to shadow an all-pro wide receiver?
Do he look good to be going up against CeeDee Lamb day one?
Yeah, because listen, CeeDee Lamb has cooked $20 million wide receivers.
You mean DB?
Yeah, he done cooked $20 million defensive backs. So I'm not saying Deontay Banks ain't good, but man, like this matchup is going to be more. It's going to be more on our defense against their offense. We already know from the past, no matter how good their defense has been, we've been able to score on them.
Thanks.
So we got a very high-powered offense. We got a very simple scheme. We got guys that actually get run after catch, which y'all did not remember, during the tenure of Kellen Moore. The Dallas Cowboys were one of the worst run after catch teams in his tenure. Take a look at this. Right? Hold on. Dallas Cowboys were 28th in run after catch under Kellen Moore. 28th under Kellen Moore in his years here. And also shout out to my boy Skywalker Steele, because I stole this directly off of his show.
Shout out to A to Z Sports.
Yeah, man. So that was too good. It was too good of a stat not to bring it up. When you look at CeeDee Lamb, right? This man, majority of his routes and catches came on curls. On curl routes. The route that CeeDee Lamb runs the most, is targeted on the most, and got the most catches on were curl routes.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about the Dallas Cowboys run so many curls, you think about the fact that they were lackluster in yards after catch. There's another gear, there's another level that this offense can get to now that you got speedier wide receivers in a scheme that is catered to getting the ball into their hands quickly to make them make plays and make guys miss and things like that. So I'm not concerned in the least bit about Dak Prescott or ability to score or move the ball.
Not at all.
So, I feel very confident. So, but this is what I want to get at. We looked at the numbers. We looked at the number for a particular reason. I am the guy that says update your resume. Week 1, the Giants have not had a chance to update their resume. So their resume currently said they cannot stop the run and that they have issues passing the ball down the field. We got this dude named J-Run Curse. Their best weapon they brought in is Darren Waller. Did you know that when he played Travis Kelce, he held him to 3 catches for 24 yards, and he got an interception off of him? So let me ask y'all a question. Who's better, Kelce or Waller? Just put it in the chat box. Who's better?
I ain't sure, man, because, man, Travis Kelce better.
Don't play. Put it in the chat box. Who's better, Travis Kelce or Darren Waller? There better not be one person to say no damn Darren Waller.
There better not be one Waller in here.
All right. So if he can shut down Travis Kelce, why the hell we worried about a damn Darren Waller? So the best person they brought in, we got somebody for that ass. Right? We got somebody for that ass.
Facts.
Right? So if we
I told you this defense is tough line, man. We shouldn't be worried about nobody.
Nobody. And then y'all gonna say, man, they fast though. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something.
Choctaw want to be a contrarian. I should have knew it was gonna be Choctaw.
It's always Choctaw. That's why we love it. That's why we got love for Choctaw.
Yeah.
All right, so let me show y'all something. Y'all play Madden, so this is gonna be real simple. I even use the damn Madden play thing so y'all can understand. Cause listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. The little Madden thing looks better than the stuff that actually come out the playbook. All right, so listen, this is what we run primarily. We primarily run a cover 1 look, right? So you see we got 4 people rushing. There's going to be Micah Parsons. You're going to be our 2 defensive tackles, and it's going to probably be DeMarcus Lawrence or maybe a Sam Williams rushing, right? And then we're manned up on the running back out the backfield. We're manned up against the tight ends and the wide receivers. Our 2 safeties, one's going to play deep in the middle, and this person that's highlighted in the yellow is going to be the person that is a robber, right? So what you mean robbing? I mean, they taking shit. That's exactly why they call it. They taking shit. So everybody, so they're manned up. So the robber, has the option to rob a route. So there's going to be a guy on a crossing route. He can jump that route and take it. If there's going to be a guy trying to run a post in the middle of the field, he can fall back and help and take it. Right? You robbing. This is going to be the guy that's trying to gamble, find where the ball is going, and intercept it. Right? So when we talk about speed, well, you got people on there for the speed. You got help in the middle of the field, and you also got a person that can take away, the crossing routes, the in-breaking routes. So this is probably going to be the look that Dan Quinn stays in. This is his staple in Dallas. It used to be cover 3 when he was the coordinator of the Legion of Doom. They stayed in cover 3, right? They stayed in cover 3, a line share at a time. In Dallas, he stays in cover 1, a line share at a time.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the look. And we already know that Dan Quinn can generate pressure. You know, this only works if you can get pressure, you know, on the quarterback with the 4. Micah Parsons can get pressure by himself. But we also know that Dan Quinn likes stunts. You know, he likes stunts. He like all different kind of things to generate and simulate pressure. So, key to this: our front 4 winning against their offensive line, and also our people being able to hold up in the cover 1 look. Because if you're able to just man up and let people play freely in the back end, these two safeties, it's going to be a long day in the passing game for the New York Giants.
Absolutely. See, I ain't like you said. I ain't worried about none of them, man. I'm more worried about Saquon than our secondary for sure. Cause Saquon still could change the game. He can. You know, you can feel how you want about him. You know, I told you I like the kid. I think he can play. We've been getting a little fortunate with him being injured a lot of times. So, you know, we know he can break a game. He can. And he's done it when he was healthy. So, you know, I still got respect for him. But, you know, the other guys, like what's his name? I don't even know these dudes' name. That's disrespectful. I ain't got into. I'm gonna do my whole deep dive in the Giants very soon, but let me see. The Shepard kid, the Shepard dude,
Sterling Shepard, the wide receiver.
See, Trayvon gonna make light work of them kind of guys. He fast, but you know Trey gonna have him on lock. Like speed don't get you open all the time. We seen that. You know, you gotta be elusive. You gotta know how to run your routes. You gotta be heady. You know, you gotta know the nuances to get open. Like getting open is not just, hey, I'm faster than you, now I'm wide open. No, it don't work like that. You got to know how to manipulate their hips. You got to know how to manipulate the DB's techniques. You got to know how to combat that. And a smart, heady veteran DB, that's hard to beat. Like, have you seen some of them people talk about certain DB? The first thing they talk about is like, hey, he's smart. You know what I'm saying? What Amari Cooper said about Slay. He was like, yo, he's smart. You can't trick him. Like, that's the hardest DBs to beat. So, yeah, it ain't all about the physical attributes. I know that's what we see on the surface level, but the knowledge of the game, the techniques, the nuance, the in-depth stuff, that's what gets you open as a wide receiver.
Yeah, because remember, that works both ways, too.
Yeah.
Kelvin Joseph ran a 4.3, and you know, like we seen in that Jacksonville game, people got behind him.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's not all, you know, tied to just athletic ability. You know, it's all about is more so tied to technique. You know, reading your keys, understanding. You know, hey, if you do a lot of film study, you know, they come out in a bunch set where, you know, a bunch this side usually means this play or that play. So you might be able to read your keys, know what's coming, and you might be able to be a step quicker to the play than you would otherwise. So, you know, it's all about preparation, technique, more so than it is just athleticism.
Then, like you said, you got to have the knowledge. Like, one of the things that Kelvin Joseph kind of struggled with, you got to be aware of what everybody else doing as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can know your responsibilities, but you might not know why you're doing what you're doing. And that could be a disadvantage. If you know for a fact the safety gonna shade this way or he got this responsibility, you will know exactly what you got to do, right? You'll be like, okay, I'm gonna force him back in the inside because I got help over there. You're gonna be able to plan. That's when we play what? Chess over checkers. You already able to plan your next move. So that's why it's be important for the players to learn everybody else's job as well. You don't want to just be doing something and not know why you're doing something. The reason you doing it, the reason you shading this way on this defense right here, the reason you 5 yards off this play and not 10 yards off is because this player right here got a certain responsibility and a certain depth. You need to understand the whole defense as a whole. That's why you see some young cornerbacks be talented, but they don't get it. They just can't get it all. They don't have the full package. They might struggle in the classroom, in the film sessions. That's what it be. A lot of us just judge the player out physical abilities. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we see. But sometimes when they in the classroom, they might struggle from the neck up. That could be a problem with like people like Kelvin Joseph and stuff.
Right. And hey, my boy Choctaw said, when was the last time Saquon went for 100 on the Dallas Cowboys?
He be hurt, bro. Dude be hurt.
He played both games last year, so let's take a look. New York
I think he had a big pass. I think he could do anything. I don't think he did like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he cooked us on the ground, but he had a big time play. I believe so. I know in one of them games, I think he had a nice little pass. He scored a touchdown.
So let's take a look at Saquon's stats from last year. So Saquon Barkley, first game against the Cowboys, 11 carries, 39 yards. All right, so let's take a look.
And that's when our defensive line couldn't stop the run, could it?
No, we didn't even have Hankins yet.
Shit.
All right, so let's see. Saquon had 4 catches for 13 yards that game. All right, so let's see the next game against Saquon. All right, this one Dak Prescott came back. So Saquon Barkley had 14 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown. So it was a little better, but nothing to write home about. And then what did he do passing wise, receiving wise? All right, receiving, Saquon had 4 catches for 45 yards. So all in all, he had a pretty decent game, but they still couldn't score no points.
Yeah, I ain't worried about them. I'm just giving you the people that I'm focused on. I ain't worried about the Giants at all. But like I said, I got the luxury to say that. I don't play. You know what I'm saying? I'm covering the game. I don't have to worry about it. I ain't got to talk of Saquon. So the Cowboys, they understand who the biggest threats is on the team.
And that's even worse, Brian Bradford, because you say he had a big 29-yard touchdown run in the first game. But in that first game, didn't he end with only like 30 yards or something? Let me go back and take a look. I just brought the numbers up. So he had a 29-yard touchdown run, right? He ended that game with 39 yards. So a majority of his yards came on one play. They shut him down the rest of the time. And shout out to my brother Neil, the serial slapper. He said he smacked the horse duke out of 15 Eagles fans' mouths before he checked. Grief. So listen, first and foremost, sanitize it in, and thank you for doing the Lord's work, because nobody likes to lose.
Yeah, make sure you hold it down.
He said Saquon will have one good run that may get him a chunk of the yards, but after that, it will not be much matter. That is usually how it works.
He a boom or bust guy. But the thing about it, the only thing that's kind of dangerous with them kind of guys, it depends on what kind of game it is. Cause just imagine if they depending on Saquon, it don't matter. If he only just boom or bust and that's all he got, they screwed. But if it's a close game, that boom or bust could mean doom for you. You know what I'm saying? That one big play could be the play that turned the game for him. So that's why everybody has respect for dangerous players. He's just a dangerous player. You can't let up on him. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. Like I wouldn't take it lightly on him. Like, cause just look, it could be a close game, and then Saquon, we've been shutting down Saquon the whole day, and then he made one play, boom, got us. That's how he is.
He said, I'm not going to underestimate the midgets. We just gotta apply that pressure. Okay. Oh yeah, listen. Talent's
I'm not worried about winning the game now. Never get that twisted up. We're gonna win.
Yeah, we're gonna handle up.
What's happening with you, Jameson Taylor sliding in? Shout out to everybody rocking in the trap, man. Make sure y'all get them likes up. We got 114 people in the building on my side. Let me see how many likes we got. So 83 likes. Let's get it to at least 100 likes, y'all. Don't behave that way. Don't be like that. Y'all ain't Eagle fans. Y'all don't have claws. Y'all have actual fingers. So act civilized. Hit the like button. We got to put this out to the masses. Beat up this algorithm. And then if you're a real GOAT, go over to the HT on Sports. Hit his like button. Get his numbers and shares and views up too. We need the nation to grow together. Hey, Todd Lockhart in the building, man. How you doing, sir?
Hey, salute to the Lockhart gang, man. Appreciate you.
Lockhart's roll deep. Hey, I bet you they don't want to mess with y'all in town, dude. You did something to a Lockhart? Oh,
bing, 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 bing. Sound effect.
They coming deep.
Hey, straight ass whooping right behind you.
All right. Them Lockhart roll deep.
Indeed,
But
man.
yeah, that's crazy though, man. Like I said, I try not to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I am gone. What can I say? I'm gonna do my due diligence throughout the week with the Giants for sure. I'm gonna take it serious. Y'all know I'm a jokester, but when it comes to the game week for real, I get in my bag. I don't know if you've seen my work, but I get in depth. I get in my bag. I go matchup, offense, defense. Weaknesses,
I mean, hey,
scrimps, all of that.
well, yeah, hey, we covered it though. You know what we're saying? Like, I know we say it nonchalantly, but we gave y'all the facts. We told y'all what kind of team they was defensively.
Yeah,
We gave y'all the numbers. We gave y'all the personnel. You know what I'm saying? But hey, my boy said, and it's a $5.
J Recruiter with the $5 super.
Yeah, and he said no such thing as easy wins. Giants will be tough to beat, especially since we won. Anything can happen. We're gonna beat them.
That's actually true.
It's gonna be a
Because
hard
week
game.
one is not. It's hard to predict. But I think we kind of got the Giants got little brother syndrome over us, bro. They just like we can't beat them. Like it's a mental thing. It's mental with them.
Yeah, and
I think it's mental.
And we have shut down better offenses, right? Like you got to think back. The damn Vikings were a better offense last year than the Giants are right now. That they had good tight ends. They had a top 3 wide receiver. They have a dynamic running back, right? They had all those things, and we destroyed them. You know what I mean? Those Eagles, when we shut that, when we played the Eagles, they were a better offensive team with those pass catchers and their running gang. And they had a Pro Bowl running back.
Yeah.
Right. You just go down the list. We played well. Even Patrick Mahomes, we shut down Patrick Mahomes. Then held him to 19 points, but he still had Tyreek Hill.
I honestly feel like the Cowboys can beat anybody if we play clean. I know that sounds like a generic statement, but every team can't say that. They can play clean and still get beat by 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all the Cowboys got to do is keep the loaded gun away from their foot. That's all they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't shut the ball. That's all we got to do. Well, I got confidence in my offense. I got confidence in my defense. I'm not worried about stuff like that. I'm not worried about the play calling any longer. I'm bullish on this team, man. For real. Like, no lie, not for no clicks. None of that crazy stuff, bro. I really feel like we gangster. We like that this year. For real. Like, I promise you. Like, y'all gonna see how I come when the season start. I'm finna be talking my talk because I feel like we there now. One of our biggest Achilles heels was the coaching, was OC. That was in my opinion. I feel like that weight has been lifted off our shoulders. We there now. So, like, when it comes to teams like the Giants and stuff, like, we respect them, like Coach Pop say, we have the appropriate fear of the team, but we're not going we're gonna beat them, bro. We're gonna beat them.
Indeed. Hey, shout out to my
I don't know if my
Worthy.
quarterback can throw, so I don't know how bullish I am about Bama this year. Just being honest.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Worthy though. He said, "What's up to both channels?"
Shout out to Jay Word.
My boy said, "I'll get into D Jones next week. He's a downhill runner. He gonna run into some thumpers though. Like we got some thumpers. You know what I'm saying?
Run into that. Bah!
And listen, we also got to remember, because we did bring back Hankins and we did bring in Maji Smith, we can expect an uptick in our linebackers too. They should be cleaner. Like I know Leighton Vander is not the LVE that was an All-Pro. He's not that same player. But if you can keep him clean, he can still be an effective linebacker. Damone Clark.
I think LVE gonna be better this year.
I think all the linebackers will be better this year. Damone Clark. This is the second year of his development, and he didn't have to rehab this offseason. All he had to do was work on his game. So he's able to come in and build on what he built last year, be healthy, be better, and he'll also be cleaner, given the fact that Hankins and Maji will be eating up a lot of space for him. And that's all we really wanted. What the defensive tackle's job is to keep those linebackers clean so they can have proper lanes to the backfield. That's it. So along they space eat, the linebackers can actually eat and meet them boys in the A gap or meet the boys in the B gap or whatever they need to do.
I said this too. Watch out for this. We've been hard on LVE for the last few years. Now watch LVE come out here and be looking different right now. with Mozzie and Hankins in there full time. Cause I believe I seen a better LVE once we got Hankins. LVE biggest weakness was what? Coming out of college, what we criticized LVE for? I know I criticized him for being hard, not being able to get through the trash, like not being able to disengage as well as I would like. You know, it went never no reading and reacting with LVE, really. You know what I'm saying? It was like once he read and react, he got to be able to get away from the blocks and disengage from blocks and then go make the play. That was his biggest weakness, in my opinion. So now if you get LVE clean, LVE gonna be effective. Watch what I tell you. Like if you mean to tell me if Mozzie and Hankins gonna clog up the middle, LVE gonna be there. He gonna be there. And then if not, you know, Damone Clark gonna be there. The only thing you gotta worry about with Clark is like him getting tricked on some misdirections, him taking a bad angle or two every now and then. But if it's just sideline to sideline work, when they just gotta be rangy or something, Clark like that. You gonna see him take a jump this year too.
Yeah, more the original people said with the neck brace for him. He sure came out of college with the neck brace.
And the Cowboys denied the fact that he was hurt in it. They denied that for years. And then it came out later on that he was actually hurt in college for real. It wasn't no, you know, you remember they tried to act like he's not hurt, he just wear a neck brace. Yeah, they lied to us for years about that.
He has a chronic injury. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it flares up from time to time. I forget what they said, but it's like he has like a nerve or something in his neck.
I'm hoping they ain't a repeat offender with this Schoonmaker. The Schoon look like he back healthy and gonna be it because he had injuries in college too.
Yes, I'm still undecided about how I feel about Schoonmaker at this point because you
gotta be. You ain't seen nothing.
And listen, I understand the athleticism and stuff, but he wasn't even really a pass catcher in college.
You know one thing you gonna like though. You gonna like how physical he is. He physical. He a big dude too. Seeing him in person, you like, yeah, he got the size. He looked like a tight end. He got the prototypical look. What was born with it. What you feel about that though? I think we can get a little more physical in this run game. Look, I just had a vision. I see, I had one of them, when you close your eyes, start shaking on the movies. Like a flashback. Man. I just had a Warg moment like on Game of Thrones. I don't know if y'all get the reference. But look, I just envision us on a outside run, right? With Tony in the backfield, with Hunter Lupke at fullback, and Schoonmaker in for the block on a lead block type vibe. That'll be, bro, them boys gonna get somewhere. That's gonna be gangster. In a goal line, short yardage situation, or either like a red zone situation, that's gonna be gangster. One thing you're gonna see about Schoonmaker, he don't mind getting physical, and he understands his assignments in the blocking aspect of the game. So that's one thing you missed. That's one thing you missed last year. Did y'all see Mike McCarthy interview? Did y'all see Mike McCarthy interview when he was like, he basically got mad. Like he kind of got a little animated. I ain't seen Mike do that much. He was like, he said we needed better inline blocking across the board. He kind of hollered about it and did some hand motions and everything. So that right there explains to you why Schultz ain't here. Like he values inline blocking a whole lot. And Schultz was more of a finesse guy. He wanted to go catch passes. Mike McCarthy want a physical dude who finna blow somebody up sometime. So that's what you're gonna see from Schoonmaker. I can see that making the Cowboys run game. Ooh, then I forgot about Steele and bro, we gonna be gangster in the run game. Watch what I tell you. The run game gonna be better than a lot of people think. We got some gangsters out here, y'all.
And then when you factor in, they changed the blocking scheme.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, you got a running back like Tony Pollard, you got a running back like Deuce Vaughn. You want to give them options where you want to take the ball. In a zone run scheme, you can either take it play side, and there's multiple options there, or there's a cutback lane. So, it's all predicated on the vision and the acceleration of the running back. So Tony Pollard, who was a kick returner, he's going to do good, and they're going to open space. There will probably always be a time for Tony Pollard to get some positive yardage in the run game. There'll probably always be a time for Rico and Deuce, to get some positive yardage in this run game.
Just imagine that lineup on the right side here. That lineup on the right side, them boys gonna clear some stuff. Steele, Martin, Schoon with a fullback.
I was just gonna
them
say
boys getting somewhere. Hold on, Mr. Leonard Marino says I'm 58 LV. I've been watching my whole life. I thought you was talking about LVE. He said, I've been watching my whole life in the DFW. I'm going to bring my knowledge to you young bucks this season. So if you'll let me, Coach Marino, drop some knowledge then, Coach. I'm always listening to coaches.
All the time.
Always listening to coaches. Always trying to learn from coaches.
Tim said you can't give up on the run. You can't.
Look, I'm excited. I just got excited thinking about that. That's going to be gangster, y'all. That's going to be gangster. Our right side is going to be undeniable. If you go heavy and put Schoon on the right side too, man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Them boys is going to be running through stuff. They going to have some lanes out there.
Yep, I agree.
Still already one of the best blocking tackles in football. Then you got him alongside a gold jacket, Zach. Then you got, man, them boys finna be. That's what we was missing last year. When Steele got hurt, that hurt us big time.
And listen, though, it's not just even that. You're actually running with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about it. Hennythemoor didn't really have a plan for the run game.
He running begrudgingly.
He taking the ball at the same area all the damn time. Like, why are they consistently running, right up the middle every time?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it always a dive? Why wasn't there more variety to the run game?
Exactly.
So those are the things I look forward to, man. But hey, I do know you got another show to do.
I got it scheduled for 12:30. So,
okay.
Let's see. Would you mind? Do you want to come visit the trap? Y'all want to see Henny in the trap? Let's see. Let's see if the people want to see Henny in the trap. Henny in the trap. Henny in the trap. Let's see what y'all thinking about, man.
If y'all want me to spin back around,
y'all want ATM to spin back in the trap. We gonna pull Henny in the trap with it. It's been a minute since you've been in the trap too, ain't it, man? It's been a minute since you've been in the trap.
Tim Miller said, yes, sir.
It's been a minute since you've been in the trap. So let me.
Gina Chase said, what did Miss Gina say? Yes, he said Henny in the trap.
Henny in the trap, man. Hey, we gotta spin back. So I see 120 people in here. You know how we do it these days. Spin back game. So that's them SBGs. Let me know if you're a real SBG. So we gonna get ready to spin back after a while. We can make these shows, be the continuing. We ain't got to end right now. So we can jump right back to my show. I got it scheduled for 12:30. I could bump it up to 12 o'clock. What you want to do?
The bump up to 12 o'clock. That give me time to go to the bathroom and pour me some more drink.
Pour up the drink.
Pour up.
But you over there drinking here? Hey, you better not be that Texas tea over there, sir.
Nah, man. Hey, man. I ain't drinking no Texas tea, man. We been sick over here, man.
Tipping on 4 foes.
I damn near busted out the hot toddy on their ass.
Ah, man. That hot toddy, it cleared my mind up. I started having clean thoughts after I drunk that.
I told you, man. Hey, listen, if you're ever sick, man, all I need y'all to do, go out there, boil you up some tea while it's still boiling in the pot, right? While the pack is still in there, like the little tea pack is still in there. I need you to go ahead and add the whiskey at that point. You add the whiskey to the still boiling tea. You drop in the peppermint. You drop in the peppermint. You drop in a little bit of honey, right? You don't let it cool down. You drink it while it's hot. Don't scald yourself, but drink it while it's hot. And it cure everything but cancer.
Everything but.
Hey, Michael Nelson said coming to the trap with liquid in hand. Ugh.
Yes,
my boy going off.
Sipping.
Hey, you know what that remind me of?
What?
Mystical. He said, I came in the club with my hand. Like, okay.
Ah man, what
like,
you doing, Milton? That explains the rest of your life, sir. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
That explain them charges.
That explain why you got locked down, my boy.
Like, yeah, my boy, we ain't rocking like that, dog. You cannot.
You going too crazy. Don't come back in this club. I ain't going. What club you was at? I ain't going to that one.
Hell no.
He came in there way too nefarious. Boy, you wilding out.
Like, nah, Mr. Camille.
No. Hey, don't bring him back. Who mans is this? Get him out of here.
Mr. Gonna stay where the hell he at.
Get that man out of here.
Yeah, they talking about free. Nah, don't free shit.
Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Hey, we need y'all to spin the block back. We finna have Henny in the trap at noon. So make sure y'all pull up, man. We're gonna give Henny a little time to what they call it, gather his thoughts and stuff like that. And then we're gonna drop Rhett back. Spell Rhett.
They said, hey, Tim Miller said, I'm coming with the old folk medical knowledge, man. Listen, I done drunk so many hot toddies in my life, man. I feel impervious to illness.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So let's go ahead and wrap up. I appreciate everybody for showing love. We'll be in the trap in 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
7.
Shout out to Vincent, man, with the $9.99 out the door. Hey, spin back, Mr. Vincent, man. We finna come right back, man. I appreciate the $10 super. We coming right back at 12 o'clock on my channel. We got Henny in the trap. Free shots of Hen, you understand?
Free shots of Hen, we going in. Hey, we'll see y'all in 7, man.
Yes, sir.